Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would share with you guys what I made so far with this paper collection. This is the Let's Create paper collection by Echo Park. I still have more paper, so I do need to use it up and figure out what else I want to make. So I'm going to share with you guys what I have left. So I have like these little scraps. I did use like 5 of these already, but I have a little bit more. I'm just kind of waiting now till I finish like the rest of this paper to see what to do with the scraps, but I will share with you guys what I did with some of those so far. I have some cut aparts, and then I have just some larger sheets, and I'm not entirely sure, like these are like half sheets now, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with these just yet. I'm thinking some kind of an album. This paper is so cute, you guys. I love like the colors in here, the mauvey pinks, the deeper greens. I have the whole 4x6 cut apart sheet and the back side, and then stickers. So I probably used about half of this so far. And yeah, so I still got to figure out what to make with that. But I want to share with you guys what I did make so far, because it is like such a stinking cute little mini album. Like, look how adorable this is, you guys. It is so adorable. I just love it so much. Okay, so let's talk about this in detail. So I'll have that paper collection that I used, the Let's Create paper collection, linked down below for you guys in case you guys would like to get it as well. So yeah, I made this adorable like sewing machine mini album. This was so fun to make, and it did not take long at all. I even was able to use up some more papers here, like some scraps, because I made like myself like a little hinge here because I wanted to be able to use my cinch wire for this. You can just add in and like punch a hole and do like a binder ring, but I wanted to use my cinch, especially because I have like this beautiful like rose gold wire that I thought went so well, especially because I did like a rose gold background here. But I think this turned out so cute and came together very, very quickly. Actually, I was surprised. Normally these projects take me a little bit longer, but this one like came together in just like a couple of hours, and I was like, yay, this is awesome. So let me share with you guys what I used. So I used this die set from Crafty Designs. It is her sewing machine mini album die set. And yeah, you got all the pieces to do all the layering and stuff. So all the pieces for here, and here I even added like some scrap pieces of my gold thread that I always have laying around. So I just put some on there on that little bobbin. The So Sweet word, I did use another die set from Crafty Designs. It is her sewing words die set. You guys are going to see more words throughout. There are all of these words in this die set. So yes, there is a second sheet in here, which I'm going to share with you guys. And they all come with the layering pieces on here. So you get all of these words, the part of the sewing words. So if you guys have like crafty friends or whatever, this is like fantastic for that. And you could even make like a card out of this. You don't have to turn it into a mini album. I just like making everything into a mini album, but you can just turn this into a card, maybe just somebody that's having a birthday, whatever. So that would be really cute. Like you could just make that cover and put it on a card, like very cute. But like I said, I just like making things into mini albums. Also forgot to mention, if you guys want to get anything from Crafty Designs, I will have the die sets I used linked down below. And you guys can, of course, use the code Carolina for 10% off your order. There is another die set that I used inside of here. And it is going to be her sewing stamps. And so I used these as well. I actually made these last month. I have one set available in my Etsy shop, and then I told you guys when I did that video, because I did it with you guys on camera, of how I like stamped and heat embossed and everything, and I made it look really nice. I even shared with you guys that I have one in my shop and one I'd be using in a project, and so I used a lot of those in here as well. And I'll have that video linked down below in case you guys would like to see how I did those stamps. But I also want to share with you guys before I get into that, this is the sewing words. So they are so fun. So happiness is handmade. You could use this on a cover of an album also. Like this is nice and big. Same thing with this one, buttons and bobbins. Or you could even use this as like a little bag topper. So there's that. You have So Crafty. And I just used my scraps of paper to put it together. Here I used a scrap of the patterned paper. And you have the word sewing. You have So Sweet. There's also the word fabric and scissors, but I included it in here in case people want to use it when they decorate their album. So again, this is the cover. I did use that word So Sweet here. I just double layered it, the background and the word itself. So you could see it's got a couple layers and it's also layered up on foam. And this is like a nice chunky album here. Here's the back side. All right, so when you open this up, it looks like this. And I just included like elements in here like pockets, belly bands, little journal spots, tuck spots, and things like that. So here I actually used like a cut apart, and I had like these little index cards in my stash. So I just included this little journal spot, and I thought this would be like a great place to either write down what you want to work on this year or whatever. And I also put that on some Velcro dots so you can take it off and be able to just kind of like do some journaling that way. So I just have that living on some Velcro right there. Here I did a vellum pocket decorated with a sticker from the sheet that says Crafty and Happy. Here's one of those little cards I made using the stamp set. So it says I can totally make that, which is the stamp set right here. And I heat embossed it with gold, and it's just like a little like note card. So I just included that in here. And here's one of the other words from the Sewing Words die set, and this is the word fabric. And I just thought like you can use these to decorate your pages. So let's say you went fabric shopping and you wanted to include the word fabric up here, and then include your photo of you holding all the fabric or whatever. I just thought that would be really cute. So I just included some of those words in here. And then here you just have like space for a photo, and you can fit a 3x4 size photo very well on here. I'm actually going to share with you guys because let me get a 3x4 size little cut apart that I have here somewhere. All right, here's a 3x3, so I'll share with you guys that. I don't think a 4x4 is going to work, but we could try. And then definitely a 3x4. So 4x4, I mean, you'd have to crop down a 4x4, but it can work. I think 3x4 would be your best size, and that's also like the regular size. But that would fit perfectly, and you still see all of the pattern paper around it. Or you could also do a 3x3 like that, and if you wanted to, you could glue down your photo on 3 sides, and you could even have like a little like tuck like that behind the photo if you would like, for like a hidden journal spot. So you could do that, and yeah, so you could fit a good size photo in here. And I have 12 pages in here total. That would be like 24 spaces for photos, but let's go down to 22 because you have the front and back covers that you're probably not going to add anything on. So probably like 22 photos, and that's 3x4 size photos if you would like. Obviously you could fit more, and I'll tell you guys why, because you could fit more in the pockets. You could also put photos on here if you would like and fit a bunch there. But yeah, you could fit one in the background here. Oh, I just put it away. I was going to share with you guys, like you could glue down a 3x4 size photo back there and still have this like tucked into this little pocket here. So you could totally do that. Okay, so here I did a little belly band. This was like a sticker from the sticker sheet, and I have this little stamped image that says I'm not messy, I'm creatively organized. And that's like another little booklet here, also using a stamp set, and just like a little journal spot, so you can add a photo to the back of this if you would like. Probably around a 3x4. Okay, so a little cropped 3x4 size photos have to be a little cropped, or you could just put it down on that. And I think the backs of the photos are like white, right? So you could have like a little bit of a white border that way, and you have your photo, and then like a journal spot on the back. So whatever you want, or just crop it down a little bit. And I have a sticker here that says crafting is life. Just decorated that little belly band just a little bit. Then the next page here, space for photo, another space for photo here. And here I added a little tuck spot, another sticker from the sticker sheet that says made with love. And I just had a scrap of this orange dyed paper that I dyed, and I just thought that would be like a cute little hidden journal spot. So that way when you add your photo in the back here, you can have a cute little hidden journal spot, or like tucked in there, you know. So I thought that was cute. Then here again, space for another 3x4 size photo. And then here I actually did a little flip up. So it says craftiness is my happiness, and it just looks like that. And you can add, or you could journal on here and add a photo underneath here. This one would probably have to be a 3x3. Yeah. And that would cover that up. If you do a 3x4, it would just stick out a little bit from the side here. So I would probably do a 3x3 behind that. And then you could always like add in or tuck in a tag behind that. Actually, showing you guys that like 3x3 size photo, you can tuck like a little tag underneath that, glue that down on 3 sides, and that's really cute. Also just peeking out there, so it's like another hidden spot, and then you have your hidden photo. I'm actually just gonna throw that in here. I'm gonna go back and throw it into a pocket. Which pocket do I want? You know what, I don't know, I'm gonna include a few now, because now I thought that's fun now. Let's do this one here, and then I'm also gonna throw in this pink one. It's not like the pink that I would want it to match, but this is what I have kind of cut out right now, so I'll throw that in there at some point. All right, so we were here. Here I have another vellum pocket. I used like a floral piece that I had in my stash, and again another stamped image. It says I'm so awesome. And you could use these in here. You don't have to. You could take them out. You can include them in little lunchbox notes or some happy mail. I also have the word sewing in here, using some scraps from the collection. And then this cut apart that just says stitches of love. So I have that living in this pocket right here. Then the next page is space for more photos here. So it's like a really cute album. More space for photos here, and I think I'll include this right there. So now you have here, I did like a little scrap piece here, and I put a sticker that says get crafty. And so here I just did another little journal spot, and this one I used like a little button from the sticker sheet to kind of close it. Obviously that's a sticker and it's not going to work later on, but I just thought that's really cute. And now we're including a little tag in there too. So that just kind of tucks in there. I thought that was like a really cute, adorable tuck spot. And then here I did another belly band, another one of these that says I'm so awesome. Again, you don't have to use these in here. You can if you'd like, or you could take them out. And then here's one of the other words. This is the word scissors. So if people just want to decorate, use this as a tuck spot, they could put it down here or here and decorate around their photo. Like that would just be really cute. And then you have your photo here. So whatever people want to do, but I just thought I would include some of those words in here. And then I have this journal card that says just standing in my craft room wishing I could find a pair of scissors. So that was very fitting actually to have the word scissors in there. I didn't even do that on purpose. Oh, and I just realized there's some scissors on this belly band also, but so that was very fitting. And then more space for photos here. And here I did another little flip up. It says you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And so this just kind of flips up, and you could again add another photo here and do some journaling up there. Here I made a paper clip. This is actually using another die set from Scrap Diva Designs. Totally forgot to mention that in the beginning, but this is using her double stitched fishtail set. I love using it to make little paper clips, but obviously you can make banners out of this. You can make a card out of this. You can just do so many different things with this as well. And this is like a staple that you should have in your stash. I love it. You could even do like a shaker out of this, like whatever you want. But I used it to make this little paper clip, and this is where I used a lot of those smaller scraps. You could see I paper pieced them together on the front, on the back, literally everywhere. I used 1, 2, 3, 4 of those scraps here. And then I just used a sticker from the sheet, says create. This right here is another die set from Scrap Diva, the gold piece. It's a doily set from her. And I just kind of cut around it just to kind of get like the doily piece, but it looks like this. And I mean, you don't just get this size. This is the smallest size, but you get a ton of different sizes of that. And I just thought I would use a piece of that here because I wanted some more gold on here. And yeah, so I just made a little paper clip. And then I had this tag in my stash, so it's just like a blank tag, so I included it in here. Again, if you wanted to add in a 3x4 size photo, you could glue it down on 3 sides, and then you could have this kind of peeking out from behind. It would stick up a little bit, but it doesn't look bad at all, like sticking up a little bit. So that's an option, or you could just continue to have it paper clipped here, or you can add a photo to it, whatever you want to do. So that is another option, and I thought that was really cute. Then here again, full space for photos. And then the last page here, I used a sticker, and I added in another little booklet using another one of the stamp sets, and it just says I'd rather be sewing, and I just have it tucked in there. So that is this adorable mini album that I made using all those die sets. Actually, this is the double stitched fishtail set, the sewing stamps, the sewing words die set, and then also the sewing mini album die set. So lots of die sets here. Oh, and the doily die set, which I'll link down below also. But yeah, lots of fun elements in here. It was so fun to make, you guys. And you guys could check out my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in purchasing the album itself. And definitely check out all the dies that Scrap Diva has to offer, because there's just so many fun dies, you guys, and I just love it. I love how this turned out. I love all like the foiling, the holographic kind of foil. It is just so pretty. The rose gold, and that's like a textured rose gold I had in my stash. It is just so pretty, you guys. Love it, love it, love it. You guys can make the cutest little things with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project share video. I'm holding on to these other words because, like I said, I still have some other project I gotta make with the leftover paper, with the Let's Create paper collection. So I'm holding on to the rest of these words, but I thought it was also just fun to include some in here as well. So anyway, that is all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.